Life is defined by the moments when we make a decision to act with absolute conviction. These moments carry the power to alter the course of our lives entirely. Everything we experience, every milestone we achieve, begins with a decision. It's in these instances that we tap into a profound force within ourselves, a force that has always been there, waiting for us to awaken it. Deciding isn't simply thinking about doing something. It's cutting off any possibility of retreat, any thought of a plan B. It's saying, this is the path I'm taking, and I will see it through no matter what. But too often we underestimate the importance of decisions. We treat them as casual or fleeting, unaware that they are the starting point of all progress. The truth is, every major success, every breakthrough can be traced back to a single powerful choice. That choice is often made not in a moment of comfort, but in one of discomfort, when we realize we can no longer accept the status quo. In that moment, the weight of indecision melts away, replaced by the clarity and strength that come from commitment. When you decide to act, you're sending a signal to yourself and the world around you. You're declaring that you are ready to take control of your life and that nothing will stand in your way. This is not about knowing all the answers or having a perfect plan in place. It's about having the courage to take the first step and figure it out as you go. Because the moment you commit, you unlock resources within yourself that you didn't know existed: creativity, resilience, and a relentless drive to move forward. There's an energy that comes with a true decision, an energy that shifts the way you think and feel. It fuels your actions and propels you toward your goals. This energy isn't born from wishful thinking or idle dreams. It comes from the certainty of knowing that you've made a choice, a real choice to create change in your life. And with that certainty, obstacles begin to seem less insurmountable, and challenges become opportunities to grow. Some people spend their entire lives waiting for the right moment to act, not realizing that the moment they are waiting for is created by their decision to act. They believe they need more time, more information, or more assurance, but the truth is, waiting doesn't bring clarity, it brings stagnation. Decisions bring clarity. It's in the act of deciding and moving forward that you begin to see the path ahead more clearly. Inaction breeds doubt and fear, while action breeds confidence and courage. The act of deciding to move forward, even if the path is uncertain, is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who simply dream about them. The power of decision is not just the first step, it's the step that transforms everything that comes after it. Fear is a universal experience, an emotion that every human being encounters at some point. It whispers doubts, amplifies insecurities, and creates a wall that feels impossible to overcome. It's the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, or even the fear of success that often stops us from taking action. But here's the truth. Fear is not the enemy. It's a natural response, a survival mechanism that's been with us for centuries. Its purpose was never to stop us, but to make us aware, to prepare us for the challenges ahead. The problem arises when we allow fear to control our decisions, to dictate the course of our lives, and to keep us from stepping into our full potential. When we face fear, our first instinct is often to retreat. We convince ourselves that we'll act when we're more confident, more ready, or when the fear subsides. But waiting for fear to disappear is like waiting for the sun to rise in the west. Fear doesn't vanish on its own, it must be confronted. The irony is that the more we avoid it, the more power it gains over us. It becomes a self-perpetuating cycle where inaction leads to regret, and regret fuels even more fear. The key is to understand that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to act despite it. Courage is a choice, a mindset that says, yes, I'm afraid, but I refuse to let that fear define my actions. Every time you take action in the presence of fear, you weaken its hold on you. It's not about becoming fearless, it's about becoming resilient. Resilience is built one action at a time, each step strengthening your ability to face the next challenge with greater confidence. Fear often thrives in the unknown. It tells us stories about worst-case scenarios, magnifying the risks and downplaying the rewards. But the unknown is also where growth happens. It's where we discover our true capabilities and expand our horizons. The unknown is not something to be feared but embraced. It's a space of infinite possibilities where the greatest achievements are born. It's important to recognize that fear can also be a guide. It points us toward areas of our lives that matter most, the areas where the stakes are high and the rewards are significant. If you feel fear about pursuing a dream, it's a sign that the dream is worth chasing. Fear is often an indicator of what's important to you, what challenges you, and what has the potential to transform your life. To overcome fear, you must first acknowledge it. Pretending it doesn't exist or trying to suppress it only gives it more power. Instead, face it head on. Ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of? Often the answer is not as overwhelming as it initially seems. Once you've identified the fear, you can take steps to address it, to work through it rather than avoid it. Every small action chips away at its power, turning what once seemed insurmountable into something manageable. Fear will always be a part of the journey, but it doesn't have to be the driver. You can acknowledge its presence, learn from it, and then move forward with determination and purpose. The cost of inaction is a price far too many people pay without even realizing it. It's the subtle erosion of dreams, the gradual diminishing of potential, and the quiet resignation to a life of mediocrity. Inaction often masquerades as safety, as prudence, or as the careful consideration of timing. But beneath this facade is the truth. Every moment spent hesitating is a moment lost forever. Opportunities are fleeting, and they rarely present themselves more than once in the same way. When we fail to act, we let those opportunities slip through our fingers, and the ripple effects of that loss can shape the trajectory of our lives in ways we may not fully comprehend until it's too late. Inaction doesn't only affect the opportunities we miss, it also chips away at our confidence. Every time we hesitate, we reinforce a pattern of self-doubt. We start to believe that we're incapable of making decisions, that we're not ready, or that we lack what it takes to succeed. This cycle becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, where inaction leads to stagnation, stagnation leads to diminished self-belief, and diminished self-belief leads to further inaction. The cost isn't just external in terms of lost chances, but internal as we begin to shrink from the person we have the potential to become. There's also a hidden emotional toll to inaction. It's the weight of regret, a burden that grows heavier with time. Regret isn't just about the things we did wrong, it's often about the things we never tried. The what-ifs can haunt us far more persistently than the mistakes we've made. Mistakes, after all, are our opportunities to learn and grow. Inaction offers no such redemption. It leaves us stuck in a limbo of unfulfilled potential where we can only imagine what might have been. Inaction doesn't just affect us as individuals, it can ripple outward and impact those around us. The choices we fail to make can influence our relationships, our families, and even our communities. When we hold back from pursuing our dreams or stepping into our potential, we deny others the chance to benefit from the unique contributions we have to offer. The world doesn't just lose out on what we could achieve, it loses out on the inspiration we could provide to others by leading through action. Inaction is often driven by the illusion of time. We tell ourselves that there's always tomorrow, next week, or next year. But time is not infinite. It's a resource we can never replenish. Every day spent waiting is a day we'll never get back. The longer we delay, the harder it becomes to break free from the inertia of inaction. And as time slips away, so too do the chances to live the life we truly desire. To confront inaction, we must first recognize its costs, not just the missed opportunities, but the intangible losses to our confidence, our growth, and our sense of purpose. It's not about making perfect choices or avoiding failure. It's about stepping forward, even when the path is unclear, and embracing the chance to learn, grow, and create a life of meaning. Clarity of vision is one of the most powerful tools a person can possess. It's the compass that guides us through uncertainty, the anchor that holds us steady in the face of challenges, and the driving force that propels us forward. Without a clear vision, it's easy to become lost, distracted, or overwhelmed. Life presents countless choices and opportunities, and without a definitive sense of purpose, we risk wandering aimlessly, reacting to circumstances instead of creating them. Clarity is not just about knowing what you want, but understanding why you want it. And that understanding brings focus, determination, and resilience. When you have a clear vision, you create a mental blueprint for your future. This blueprint becomes the foundation upon which you build your actions, decisions, and priorities. It helps you differentiate between what's important and what's merely a distraction. In a world filled with noise, clarity of vision allows you to cut through the chaos and stay focused on what truly matters. It's not about having all the answers, it's about having a sense of direction, a goal that keeps you moving forward even when the path isn't always clear. Clarity also provides motivation. When you know what you're striving for and why it matters, you tap into a deeper well of energy and drive. The obstacles and setbacks that inevitably arise become less intimidating because your vision keeps you anchored. It reminds you of the bigger picture, the end goal that makes the struggle worthwhile. Clarity transforms effort into purpose and turns challenges into stepping stones rather than roadblocks. It allows you to see beyond the immediate discomfort and focus on the long-term rewards. One of the most significant benefits of clarity of vision is its ability to inspire action. Many people remain stuck not because they lack the ability to move forward, but because they lack a clear destination. When you know where you're going, the steps to get there become more apparent. Even if the path is uncertain or requires adjustment along the way, your vision serves as a guiding light, illuminating the way forward. It's easier to take risks, make decisions, and step out of your comfort zone when you have a clear sense of purpose driving you. Clarity also fosters resilience. When faced with setbacks, a clear vision helps you stay grounded. It reminds you of why you started and what you're working toward. This sense of purpose becomes a source of strength during difficult times, giving you the courage to persevere and adapt. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about approaching them with a mindset focused on growth and progress. Having a clear vision doesn't mean the journey will be free of doubt or uncertainty. There will still be moments of hesitation, fear, and second guessing, but clarity gives you the tools to navigate these moments. It allows you to make decisions with confidence, prioritize your efforts, and stay committed to your goals. It's the difference between drifting through life and moving through it with intention, purpose, and the determination to create a life that truly aligns with your deepest values and aspirations. The ability to harness the forces of pain and pleasure is one of the most powerful tools available for driving action and creating lasting change. Human behavior is fundamentally influenced by these two forces, the desire to avoid pain and the pursuit of pleasure. They shape the decisions we make, the actions we take, and ultimately the lives we lead. Understanding and leveraging this dynamic can provide the momentum needed to overcome inertia and move forward with purpose. Pain is often seen as something to be avoided, but it can also be an incredible motivator. When we link massive pain to staying where we are, to continuing habits or behaviors that no longer serve us, we create an internal urgency to change. The mind is wired to steer us away from discomfort, so when the pain of inaction becomes greater than the pain of taking a risk or making a change, action becomes inevitable. This is why moments of crisis often become turning points in people's lives. They force us to confront the reality of our situation and make choices we've been avoiding. By consciously associating significant pain with the status quo, we can create a similar sense of urgency without waiting for an external crisis to push us. At the same time, pleasure serves as the reward and the pull toward our goals. When we can clearly visualize and emotionally connect with the benefits of taking action, we become drawn to those outcomes. The mind is incredibly powerful in this regard. It doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and reality. By focusing on the pleasure that will come from achieving our goals, we create a sense of excitement and anticipation that propels us forward. This emotional connection to the reward makes the effort feel worthwhile, even when the process is challenging. The key to leveraging pain and pleasure effectively lies in consciously linking these forces to our actions and decisions. It requires honest self-reflection to identify what we truly want and what we fear most. Once we understand these underlying motivations, we can use them to reframe our mindset. Instead of fearing failure, we can focus on the pain of regret that comes from not trying. Instead of dreading the effort required to achieve a goal, we can focus on the pleasure of success and fulfillment. This process is not about manipulation, but about clarity and alignment. It's about understanding what drives us at the core and using that understanding to take control of our actions. When we actively choose what pain and pleasure mean to us, we regain power over our lives. This shift allows us to break free from limiting beliefs, procrastination, and fear, replacing them with a sense of purpose and direction. By linking pain to an action and pleasure to progress, we create a powerful emotional framework that fuels determination and resilience. It transforms abstract goals into compelling realities, turning hesitation into confidence and doubt into resolve. This connection between pain, pleasure, and action becomes the foundation for lasting change and the creation of a life that reflects our deepest aspirations. Momentum is one of the most underrated yet transformative forces in life. It's what turns small actions into great achievements, what takes an initial step and builds it into a journey of progress and success. The beauty of momentum lies in its compounding effect. Once you take the first step and keep moving, each subsequent action becomes easier, more natural, and more powerful. Momentum doesn't wait for perfection or ideal circumstances. It begins the moment you decide to take action, no matter how small that action may be. When you think about momentum, imagine a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small, almost insignificant, and it takes effort to get it moving. But as it continues, it gathers speed and size, becoming an unstoppable force. This is exactly how momentum works in life. The first step might feel awkward, uncertain, or even intimidating. But once you're in motion, you tap into an energy that propels you forward. With each step, you gain confidence, clarity, and strength. It's not about taking massive leaps right away, but about consistent movement in the direction of your goals. But one of the greatest obstacles to momentum is the paralysis of overthinking. People often hesitate to act because they're waiting for the right time, the perfect plan, or complete certainty. But waiting for perfection is a trap that keeps you stuck. The truth is, action creates clarity. Even if the initial step isn't perfect, it provides valuable feedback, insight, and opportunities for growth. Momentum is built not through flawless execution, but through consistent effort. It's about starting where you are with what you have and trusting that the process will unfold as you move forward. Momentum also thrives on progress, no matter how small. Every time you complete a task, overcome a challenge, or make a decision, you're reinforcing your belief in your ability to succeed. This belief is crucial because it fuels your willingness to keep going even when the road gets tough. Progress builds momentum, and momentum builds success. It's a cycle that begins with the courage to take the first step and continues with the discipline to keep going. Another key aspect of momentum is that it generates energy. When you're in motion, you feel alive, focused, and driven. This energy not only helps you tackle your goals, but also inspires those around you. Momentum is contagious. When others see your commitment, determination, and progress, they're encouraged to take action in their own lives. Your momentum creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond your personal journey. The beauty of momentum is that it doesn't rely on perfect conditions. It thrives in imperfection, in trial and error, and in the willingness to keep moving forward despite setbacks. Momentum is about creating your own rhythm, finding your flow, and trusting that every step you take brings you closer to your destination. So take that first step, no matter how small. Embrace the process, celebrate the progress, and let momentum carry you forward. Because once you're in motion, you're unstoppable. It's not just about starting, it's about staying in motion and allowing the force of momentum to transform your life. Momentum doesn't just push you forward, it becomes the fuel for your growth, the foundation of your success, and the bridge to the life as envisioned. Keep moving, keep growing, and trust in the power of momentum to lead you where you're meant to be.